Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This film is rated PG. Adapted from 3 5-minute long short films on YouTube, this tiny adorable character has the most charisma and innocence that has ever been captured on film in recent times, so to see him be adapted into a 90-minute feature film is particularly astonishing. So this is Kia's Reviews, and this is my review of Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Just talk a little bit?
Hello, my name is It's not the first time I've done that. My name is Marcel, and I'm partially a shell, as you can see on my body, but I also have shoes and a face.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is probably going to end up being one of the most heartwarming, innocent, adorable, and most wonderful films that'll come from 2023, even at this early point in the year. Adapting 3 short films from YouTube about this little character into a feature-length production, this was everything I could have wanted from a Marcel the Shell movie. It incorporates elements that you've seen in all 3 short films and still consistently holds the humour for the entire 90 minutes. I found myself laughing quite a bit as it's a mockumentary that blends visual effects and stop-motion animation flawlessly. All of the magic and love that emanates from the 3 shorts are entirely on display in the film, and it's why I enjoyed this translation from YouTube to the big screen so much. I'm not a fan of Jenny Slate at all, and I honestly only like her in 1 or 2 of her movies that she's been in, but the way she transforms her voice into an almost unrecognisably squeaky yet tolerable tone is amazing, and completely dissociates the character from the actor. I've never felt so relaxed watching a movie before, the last one that I can remember being Ladies in Black, but the purity of Marcel makes for an excellent 90 minutes to sit through.
Is this an inhaler?
It's like a slide or something. I don't even actually know
Where did you get that from?
From one of the people that stayed here for a night. What?
Did you take anything from me?
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Given that it's a mockumentary, the randomness of the story is entirely out of sorts, but when you're making a documentary, there's nothing linear since random things occur in daily life. Being introduced to Marcel and his life with such a limited height and width to him, there are so many jokes about small things that we just don't realise a lot in our own lives. To see those small things be entirely shifted from our point of view into a more comedic lens, I was supremely surprised at how frequently I was laughing. Jenny Slate and Dean Fleischer-Camp were phenomenal working together on the shorts, but the fact that they came back 5 or so years after their divorce to make this is truly an inspiring attribute whilst watching this. You could see the parallels between their own relationship and the outside view of Marcel looking in on them, and it made the experience full of heart and emotion. The exploration into Marcel's life is nothing short of delightful and humorous, and I enjoyed every single second of it, and even though the story is all over the place, it does end up developing a plot line that was very nice to sit back and watch.
Peace. Yeah, obviously peace. What a weird thing to try to test to see if someone else is into. Of course I'm into peace. No, sorry, I'm a real war person. No, war. Actually, I sign all my personal letters. War. Let the battle begin, Marcel.
A24 once again has picked up a project that advances their incredible reputation in making quality films and continues to prove me right when I say that they're my favourite entertainment company. This is a brilliant celebration of yet another fantastic addition to their already large filmography. Marcel the Shell is a beautiful reminder of the kindness and the triumph of the human spirit, and while Marcel may not be a human, his character symbolises the small things in life, and I truly adore that about this entire concept. This movie proves that a story doesn't have to devastate you or have major plot twists or even make you cry to feel a seamless connection to a movie and everything it contains. It's certainly a movie that I'd watch many times more because it was just so incredibly made. Coming out of this, you feel refreshed and as if you've had a kind cleansing of some sort, and you're left with a lingering feeling of satisfaction and joy. It didn't need to be anything more than it was, and looking back on it, that was exactly what it needed to be.
What you do is you light this end on fire and then you step back. This can act as a flare, alright?
What would I need?
That's if you need a signal for help. And Dean's gonna leave you his phone just in case.
What?
Who was he the flare?
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, why don't we just put the colander over you now if you want? How's that?
You must let me out of here.
I only have one cause for concern in not advancing my score to a perfect 10 out of 10, and I would say that that would be because of the pacing. At times when it seems that the plot has no direction, the film does lose its enticement, even though it's still immensely enjoyable. However, at every 30-minute mark, I seemed to have checked the time, wondering how long the film had been going for. This wasn't because I was bored, but it just felt like so much had been packed in at a length that felt like it had been going on for the length of a 2-hour runtime. While there is a lot to unpack with Marcel the Show with Shoes On, it's a positive that there is so much content to see on display from these two incredible artists. Such a small independent project that wasn't expected to be as massive as it ended up being on a free platform has now become a full-blown movie that captures your heart in the best ways and distracts and liberates you from the stresses of the outside world. When you're watching Marcel the Show with Shoes On, you have no outside intruding thoughts as you're fully invested into this small world of delightful and enjoyable characters.
Where'd you get the rope?
This? I'll show you. I come to the bathroom, I get these curly hairs. They're the strongest. Because you have to uncurl it, but then you can see it's really long and strong. What are you laughing at? We call them hardy hairs.
Marcel the Show with Shoes On is the movie that I hoped for after seeing the 3 short films on YouTube, and this turned out to be so much more comedic, heartfelt, and utterly warming than I could have expected. The creativity is astonishing, and the approach the director took in combining CGI with stop-motion animation was phenomenal. I'm very satisfied with how this project turned out, and it's a real testament to A24 for acquiring yet another amazing experience to give to audiences worldwide, so I'm giving Marcel the Show with Shoes On a 9 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Are you going to see Marcel the Show with Shoes On? Let me know below. As always, be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of The Fabelmans and Avatar: The Way of Water. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Letterboxd and Instagram for all of my latest movie reviews. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.